And welcome back to another episode of A Toy Kind of Mood. This is episode 124, otherwise known as We're Broke. All right, as always, I am your co-host, or your host for the evening. With me is our boys Travis, KJ, aka Black Genghis, and Tony, aka Tony's Figs. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, brothers? How you doing?
Bro,
What to do?
About to be broke up in this bitch.
This has, I mean, you could call it either the worst kept secret from Hasbro, or I mean, we were all speculating that we all guessed right. The Dragonfly. HasLab finally gave us the Dragonfly. I would ask y'all, as Travis takes a break, I would ask how we all feel about it. However, we all backed it, so obviously we're all happy, right? KJ,
very happy, very happy.
Travis, are you happy?
Nah, I wanted a Terradrome or a flag or something, you know, more worthy.
That boy wanted a Wolverine.
And then Tony, I know you're happy.
I'm shit eating grin happy.
So here's the funny thing, guys, is why, let's just discuss the elephant in the room before we get into the marvelousness of this. Can we talk about the fact that there are so many people that are like angry the fact that we're getting this, or that they haven't gotten the his tank yet? I mean, let's just air that out real quick. Everyone who was like complaining, shut up. Shut up.
That's a way to start the show right there.
You know what? Just with
those revolvers. He's got those Wild Bill revolvers and the hoist.
Exactly. Let's roll with this. Look, I mean, we're not gonna bring up anyone who shares my name. I'm putting my name back. It's my name. I mean,
yes, sir, Robert.
We've been talking about this for the past 2 days now, or no day. Wow, it's only been a day. Cage, I'm gonna go to you real quick again, man. Because I mean, we've talked about this. I always thought, like, I wake up and Tony be like, oh, Bobby's doing this, Bobby's doing that. I'm like, what'd I do? I've been asleep. I've been asleep.
No. Yeah. There's a different Bobby we're talking about. He who shall not be named. Former Hasbro designer. But hey, even he ended up backing up the Dragonfly. So yeah, good for him. But hold on a second, man. We gotta show some love to this dude. He gave us a super chat. Craig Dukas, thank you so much, man.
Lickalicious, baby.
Thank you.
Oh, this ain't yours, but I'm still gonna be like Super 7. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
And hello to everyone in the chat. But yeah, man, now's not the time for sour grapes. This is celebration, man. It's Yojo June, a Joe kind of June. Man, I've gotten in trouble at work so many times because I keep checking the HasLab tracker, or I'm just talking with friends of mine on Discord, on Instagram, here at the YouTube comments. It's like, they're like, people are trying to get me to focus. I'm like, yeah, I'll focus. Just 1 second. I just gotta see when this thing cracks 10,000. Like it's a fun time. And for those who don't want to partake, I hope you're enjoying your collection elsewhere. I hope that you're celebrating G.I. Joe elsewhere. You don't have to space. If you ended up investing in a different collection besides this, celebrate people. People are out there. Savage Crucible, I give them props. Mythic Legions, I give them props. I'm not getting everything, despite what my name Black Genghis says. I'm like collecting everything under the sun, but
conquer it all.
Yeah, it's like show love, give props. Even if you're admiring from afar, just do that. It's all good.
All right, Tony, going to you real quick, man. How were you? Let me ask this: were you shocked at all that it got funded within 24 hours?
No, not at all. I was thinking at least 24 hours, and we're good, man. Because I I know if they was gonna make it a one of these Dragonflies, it's done. Everybody's in. That's iconic. That's one of my favorites, if not the favorite. So no, that was no shock to me. That was no shock. I'm like, yep, I called it. It's great, man. So it's right up my alley. I already made the pilot and co-pilot. I've been waiting, bro.
You're right. Now,
Yeah.
Moody, real quick before we start into the Dragonfly specs and all that we get with it and the speculations, two questions. A, will we reach all tiers? And B, when do you think that those tiers will be reached?
All right, so absolutely. There's no question we're going to get 19,000. It's already, last I looked, 11.5.
Yep,
It's a shame it didn't break 13K in time for the show, because then we would have had another possible reveal to talk about. We probably would have been the first, you know what I mean? Like without doing some news bursting, I mean, like scheduled stream to actually talk about that. But, you know, over the weekend, I'm sure there'll be others will be talking about that with the Terradrome. Speaking of which, segue, baby. You don't have to watch from the beginning. We just started. And why not just say it right now? He's here. Gun Bunny Customs is going to be on Saturday. We're back at it. Terradrome, we ain't messing around. Saturday night, you know, the crew will be there talking about the Dragonfly and all the custom possibilities. It's going to be beautiful. And here's the thing. We might even talk about that second stretch tier on that show. You know what I mean? So we'll see how the weekend goes with the numbers and everything, right? So it's a beautiful thing.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And what was the second question? Did I answer it?
When do you think it'll
when 19? I mean, maybe, you know, what do we got? 42 and a half days or something like that. So
Yeah.
maybe, you know, I think there's always a rush at the end of all these HasLabs. There's a rush in the beginning and a rush at the end. I think we're kind of hitting that lull now. I noticed the numbers haven't really gone up today, which is kind of surprising when you got, you know, you got this, and we'll dig into Night Force Ripcord. This is the O-ring version, but when you got that as your next stretch, you figured it would go up a little more. But I'm sure by the weekend we'll get Night Force Ripcord, and then maybe a few weeks after that we'll start to see, you know, everyone else.
David has a good point here. Maybe during Joe Fest. During Joe Fest we'll see more. And my boy Spec is here for 20 minutes. All right, buddy. All right. Let the sarcasm flow. Okay, going into Operation Dragonfly.
Right.
All righty. So this is a gigantic HasLab. We will gonna be 2.5 feet long, which I know where I could put it. I don't know where it's gonna go along with the his tank.
On top of it.
Right in its mouth.
So that's the landing.
Yeah.
We took over the his tank. It's all the room we got.
The his tank is the landing pad for the damn Dragonfly.
Right. I know.
I mean, the thing
it's got enough lights, right? It's got enough LEDs you can see when you land. You'll land right on the his.
It's true.
David was saying a lot of lube to make that thing fit. No, man, raw dog, baby. Cobra gets it raw dog style.
Yo. We're gonna get demonetized, man. Y'all got some sense, man.
Yeah. No curses. All right.
Yo, Joe. What I could do is, I guess, buy another shelving unit.
Yeah.
And just place it on top, because that seems massive. Now, speaking of this, it is going to make a lot of us cry. I mean,
if you went two, it was $600, $6+.
I don't know a few people that got two, especially someone on the show right now.
Money bucks.
Could not. Here's some more beautiful pictures of it. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's amazing, and then Wild Bill.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, this David, give her everything that's not Joe. No, I have stuff that I like on top of Joe. But this Wild Bill. Tony, let's go with you. You've customed a Wild Bill before.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling about this one?
I dig them. I dig the flight suit. That's what I was going for. Really nice. You know, I gave him. I went a little extra. I gave him his knife. I mean, he's facing us, so I gave him his blade on the other side, and then an automatic pistol on the other one. I loaded him up. I gave him his, his 6 guns, got 2 of them, and an automatic pistol on top just in case. But this is great. I mean, I got a really good head sculpt from McLean 3D Art, but this one looks really good too. And I mean, you can take it off and put his toupee on like Shipwreck, and I'm with it. I like the cavalry, the gloves.
Yep,
he looks dope, man. No,
I love the 6 shooters. Travis, what do you think about this, buddy?
Well, it's Bill Kilgore, Robert Duvall from Apocalypse Now, right? So it's pretty cool. It's the first time we're getting those Western legs, which is going to be a reuse for Ripcord too. So we're it's Western legs that could be used as parachuters and pilots and stuff. So that's another
flight suit. The flight suit. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, flight suit, of course. So yeah, we got another mold we can use in the future, which is cool for Cobra as well when we start getting those kind of characters. And we'll go through a lot of those. But the original Wild Bill didn't come with any accessories at all. So to have this one come with the Dragonfly, we're gonna get a nice, the normal packaging. I'm excited about the art. I mean, Wild Bill art. We haven't even gotten that yet, right? I mean, that's gonna be mind blowing how crazy that's gonna look. So we saw the vest. There's other pictures, right, with the vest off and stuff. But like Lenny said, Lenny said that it's gonna be a pain to come off. Is that what he kind of said?
What did he say?
He said something like it's gonna be a pain to come off.
He didn't. He said if you want to, it'll be removable. But maybe he said you got to do a little something. Remove an arm.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we do anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, how could you ask for anything else? It's great, great color scheme. And the original likeness was based on like Robert Redford or whatever. But this is going a different direction. So if you look at the face, it's not Robert Redford, but I think it's perfect. And man, it's awesome getting a whole new, a cowboy in the ranks. We don't have one yet. He's gonna pop on the shelf or in the chopper too. So
okay, David. Yeah, David was saying you remove the arms to remove the vest. That's fine. And Rachel Salinas' comment. That's pick a third-party pilot's helmet, and who's got them already. Good old Von Cannon.
Yes. So, good call.
100% with Leanne here though. Those 6 shooters. KJ, I saved you for last minute because I read an interesting comment that shows why people need to learn their history. People thought that they gave him a Confederate hat.
What?
Yeah, I feel like why is he? What are the 3 like? Why like is he like? They thought like the 3 branches on his hat were like the Klan, and everyone's like, no, it's the Union. It's the Union hat. So people listen. Once again, study, read your history. All right.
The cavalry swords. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the Union. Yeah. It's
the cavalry. It's the cavalry unit. Yeah.
I saw a lot of projecting in some of the comments. A lot of
well, the hat I mentioned. I mean, Bill from Apocalypse Now, Robert Duvall's character had the hat, and it ties into the military, of course, as you mentioned.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It's a cavalry Stetson. Exactly. It's just
got the sword.
Yeah. All right. Next one. I mean,
shout out to we haven't seen Figure God over here in a while.
We haven't, but
he's back killing it with the memes. Yeah.
He's been killing it with these, and there's another one that I didn't put, but pretty much showed the wife yelling at the husband. I'm like, that's gonna happen.
No, you did show us that one. You showed us that one earlier. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to
beautiful.
This is just KJ. Talk us through this, buddy.
Listen, it'll be really, really weird if this funding just stops and we don't get this, right? Now, that's of course that's not going to be the case. Like we're probably going to get all this stuff. Well, let me not jinx it. I love
He
the
just
gear.
stops for the next 41 days.
But I love the flight gear. We already mentioned Gridiron Studios flight helmets, but this one's pretty nice as well. And making it Night Force colors was smart, right? Because that means they will have the tooling to bring on the mainline Ripcord at a later date.
Camouflage.
Right? Yeah, so it's all good. This makes sense to go with the Dragonfly. It looks nice. I like the colors very much. And let me just say, you know, these figures, I mean, you got to be careful when you're taking core characters and locking them in HasLab tiers. So making sure that they're on point, on theme, that's the best of both worlds. Where people, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense that you get Wild Bill and Ripcord with the Dragonfly. I'm not getting the Dragonfly, but give it time. You'll still get Wild Bill. You'll still get Ripcord. You know, like if you're saying I'm not getting the Dragonfly, I'm definitely getting Dragonflies. But yeah, it's a winner. As Ryan would say, it's a home run.
And briefly talking about, you know, because this is already funded, but we look at a failed HasLab with the Star Wars Rancor. We got the Luke eventually. A year and a half later, we finally got him. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful figure. But Trav, this does open up for another wave later on of nothing but airborne like Joes.
Right.
Would you agree with
exactly.
that?
So, yeah, just to piggyback off what KJ said, and if you want to put me in full screen real quick so I could show him the ring. Oh, I can do it. All right, so good. So yeah, anyway, I think if nothing else, the Sky Striker gave everybody an opportunity to get a Sky Striker that didn't.
Very nice.
A Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander, and everybody requested a classified version of this, right? The second we saw that, with hopefully they kind of recapture that card art a little bit, but
that's
yeah,
awesome.
so we're gonna get this classified version that everybody wanted, which means it'll be a main line, and we'll talk about Wild Bill's possibilities as well. But Wallace Weems, man, this was mind-blowing. And people are like, oh, well, he doesn't, he's a Halo jumper, right? So he's supposed to jump out of a Tomahawk instead, like a Chinook, and we'll talk about those too. But who cares, right? It's G.I. Joe. There's Cobra troopers jumping out of freaking fangs, and there's talking lizards and shit. Like, it's a fantasy military.
Yeah.
It does not everything. I love military, just, pop culture and everything. The military lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like, but not everything has to be that way. This is a sci-fi fantasy, military show. So things get, the fact that, he's a Halo jumper and he jumps out of a helicopter.
He jumps out of, I mean, he jumped out of a C-130, so it's
there's crazier stretches than him jumping out of a, an AH-1 Cobra, whatever, you know what I mean? So I think we'll be okay. And then the cool thing was Lenny showed those canopies where they pop open on the side and everything. So, there's always kind of possibilities, but I don't know. We're getting a great figure. Who cares?
Yeah. Look at this.
Look at that. Look at that thing.
I mean, look, this dude is ready for a gunfight, right? Look.
Even that one's looking like mine.
So Tony and KJ, the first thing you think about when you see this, it doesn't come with the parachute, but we have a friend, and we're wondering maybe, just maybe, right?
Perhaps.
You mean a real working parachute to throw him?
I'm saying this is a question for our friends, either Mark, or whoever. Are we gonna, or some of our other friends that we got on these shows? Like, we might not get a working parachute with this, or Crazy Legs, Airborne, whatever, but maybe we'll get some from third parties and have some fun with this thing. Throw it off the balcony.
Oh, definitely. You can just see that happening. Yeah, someone's gonna make it.
Yeah, I mean, and also maybe that does get unlocked as a tier later on.
Maybe.
If we have enough jumpers, just saying, it's not beyond outside of the realm of possibility that Lenny goes, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, here's parachutes.
We're gonna talk about this in a second. We got a lot of predictions.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Yes.
All right, so
All
let's look at this thing. I mean,
Ooh. Let me, if I may, let me do the cinema layout real quick. I just want to get a closer look.
That's a big boy.
God, I'm just like, where is that going?
I don't know where this is
It's
going
gonna
to
go.
What?
Here.
Why does Lenny always have my Dreadnok shirt on, bro?
That's the
You
next
don't like
HasLab
your
right there. I'm calling it.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Talk about it.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I'm a little jealous of Lenny's beard because like mine's like black, but like his is like perfectly gray, and then it's like black right here. I was like, you have like the perfect like salt and pepper look into it. It's like
Both you guys. My dad will be jealous of both you guys. He likes that freaking, the gray with the dark. I'm like,
yeah,
Dad, all your shit is white, Dad. Chill out.
Well, no, a little, what's it? Touch of gray just to go in there and like fix it up. Fix it up. That's
I love that comment. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So look, this is a ginormous effing.
Look at this going. Hey, hi, Diana. How are you?
It is a beard
Beard
cat.
cat.
Beard cast.
Just for men, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh,
It's fine.
Tony didn't get the message.
Just for men is my best friend.
Oh, we're gonna talk about. All right, so we're gonna talk about what we think that has that at the very end, right?
Yep.
What we think that HasLab
Yes.
would be. Yeah.
All right. So as we look at more of this, like more LED lights.
Those LEDs.
Oh my god.
That's so
So,
good.
so are those? I gotta ask. That looks like so. That's a LED light in the middle of the HUD there, right? So like that beaming part. So that'll turn on with the button because it's almost like a decal, and then when you hit the button, it'll kind of glow, right?
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah.
we're looking? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Nice, just to clear that up.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
So
And
good.
then I mean,
The stand is really cool, man.
Yeah,
I
think so.
love that stand.
Yeah.
So some people they wanted like a ball joint so it could be like 360 and whatnot. But I'm like, this is a big vehicle.
Yeah.
You don't.
I would
want
not trust
anything-
that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So it's
You know
flying
what's-
upward. It's sloping downward. It's just
Mhm.
smart. I think it's smart. I dig it.
You can
Well,
switch it so it's facing upward. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be real here, KJ. I mean, if you were to put this on a ball joint, that thing's getting broken immediately. At
For real.
At 2.5 feet, like that's I don't think people are really grasping how big this is. Don't Tony shut up. I'm trying to keep all right. I gotta keep this monetized, but 2.5 feet. I mean, KJ deals with it every day, but at 2.5 feet, all right, like it. Oh no! Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't get the Sky Striker.
Me neither.
Is that on a ball joint?
Is it?
How was that? How was that displayed? Trav, KJ.
I don't think it's on a ball.
I was over at Travis's house when I saw it, but I think I was so enamored with the Sky Striker itself.
Oh, Travis does have it. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Spec,
It's a-
shut up.
Yeah, it's a ball.
Oh, is it?
So but Trav, God damn it, how long would you say that is?
Thank you, Diana. Awesome. Okay.
Oh, you mean the vehicle itself?
Yeah, how long is the Sky Striker?
2 feet and not even a half. I'd say 2.25. Could be wrong. Someone can look up the dimensions. But yeah, basically, when you get the Dragonfly, it's not going to fit on this screen unless you go way back.
Exactly, and so that's two. So that's granted, that's 2 feet, about roughly little under maybe 2 feet.
2.25, maybe almost 2.5. So, but yeah, if you think about it, a Tomcat is a lot bigger than.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Tomcat, and also that's for O-ring. This is for
Right.
classifieds.
Right.
That is so much.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ryan. There's so much. It's just.
I said booby.
We're gonna get monetized with you guys. It's not happening.
We'll still get
It's
money.
like somebody told me it was within the first 15 or 20 seconds you can't be cursing. So calm
That's
down.
fine.
Oh, I mean, you see, that's why I've been staying quiet this whole time. So
I do want to, before I
We're
forget,
good
Bobby,
now.
before I forget, because I feel like we're moving on to something else. I want to point out one comment. So, oh wait, that's not even it. Sorry, Diana.
That's a good comment, though, Diana. Hell
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's all right. Here we go. I think that's the one on the So the coolest thing is when we saw this stand, two things. You guys had to have been blown away by the stand. Wait, where are we?
No, let me see. I'm seeing it right here.
I was cool with the other photo. That's all right. Whatever. So the stand, when you first saw this, you guys had to have blown away by how great this is. But also, it really reminded me of like almost like an alien spaceship kind of traveling down with that, just the way the orb is. Yeah, exactly. So imagine adding a light to it. I know it's not supposed, it's a helicopter, probably not supposed to, but it would be just damn freaking cool to have like a light up, kind of there you go. Kind of a strobe landing to it, because it already looks like it's an effect. It's so good.
Oh yeah, like it's got a searchlight. It's looking for the criminals. It's looking for
a searchlight.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the customizers, what they do with all this stuff.
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
all right, moving on. What? And now Lenny did say that these are all ports. You can put different different launch effects in there. I love Lenny's attention to that.
Chips and salsa.
Yep.
I mean, it's fantastic. Let's see if y'all. I mean, here's a better look at the display inside.
Great.
Man,
dude, that's money. That's money right there.
He's just rubbing his hands.
Yeah. Like Birdman.
I'm wiping my drool.
Because think of all the possibilities you can do with photos. Like having Ripcord like pointing at the screen.
Dude, there you go, KJ.
There's so much stuff you can do with this, man.
Mm-hmm.
I told you to take a left.
Can we go back to the chips and salsa?
Diana's chips and salsa.
Yeah. So the rocket pods, man. That's like, whew.
You can swap those out.
Oh man, dude.
The
little winch. I remember in the original, I always thought that was a laser cannon too. That the cannon was mounted to the skid too. Remember?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. On the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
The laser.
All
cannon.
I can think of when I read this was a time that Cage and I were doing the Star Wars episode, and he kept bringing up food. It's like, we have pumpkin ice cream. You got your chocolate, vanilla. I am hungry.
I can't prepare. This is gonna be a long show.
So yeah, I just ate right now.
I have my
starving the whole episode. Like every analogy he made, it's like when you have your steak and your mashed potatoes,
yes,
your fries and your burger. I'm like, KJ, you good? I'm hungry. I'm like, I can see that.
Yeah, I may end up going to Jersey Mike's after the show, so we'll just leave it at that.
That was hilarious.
Shout out. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Jersey Mike's.
Sponsor.
Man, that'd be a great sponsor.
It's always Chad or Zazel that remind us to do the scrolling thing that we always forget, the banner. So I'm like, yeah, thanks. And this is a great comment too, right here. I mean, for sure, right? We can't wait. We cannot wait until we get like top level photography on this.
And once again, guys, like Lenny's mentioned, they are very cognizant of the designers and the modifiers and the photographers. I mean, they know what to give us. And I love the fact that they're very cognizant of that. All right, moving on. That was pretty. There we go. Got some missiles going.
Boom.
Yeah. So those are more like bombs. But it's G.I. Joe universe, so that's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to have missiles that are shaped like bombs. Why not? Because it comes with the longer missiles that are real from like Vietnam War and everything. So. Yeah, but those are dope, man. The blast effects and everything.
Blast effects. Yeah. I mean, it's just great. I mean, look at this.
There you go. Yeah, those are sick.
I mean, That's like that. You can literally hear him going Fox 1, Fox 2. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I mean,
Nice.
Moving on. I mean, here we go.
Oh, got the Conquest decal there too. Well,
The Vietnam
Thank
teeth.
you, Ryan. Hold on. Ryan's pointing out Travis's mistake. Those are missiles, like I said. Those are javelins. They're not.
Well, the ones you just showed are. Yeah, the ones you just showed. I mean, the earlier ones. Yeah.
Oh, these.
Okay. I mean, yeah, sure.
They're like no. I know my military history. Damn it.
They're Nerf missiles.
Nerf.
And I like this comment right here. It does look like it's breathing fire.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just great. All right, moving on.
Oh yeah, the name of all the guns is Dragon Breath. Those are Dragon Breath turret guns, so it's perfect. Yeah.
So here,
that's
a javelin missile.
Yep, it's a little longer than the ones we just saw. That was my point, but yeah, close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeffrey's right. The ones on the chopper is air to ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nerd or nothing. Hey, you know what? Like we said earlier, we're always learning. All right, now to the idiots who've been saying, "Why are we getting a Tomcat?
What?
Why are we getting something bigger?" All right, people. Let's look at
Tomahawk.
The
Tomahawk, you mean? Yeah,
Tomahawk.
I have Tomahawk in my head. I'm sorry, Tomahawk. How big would the Tomahawk have to be? KJ, okay. KJ, if the Dragonfly is 2.5 feet,
right?
We're gonna do math here, people. Okay, so we're all gonna fail this. KJ,
cut me out.
But I'm out. All right, so the Tomahawk is 2.5 feet, and you're traveling to your friend's house 2 miles down the road, and he goes, "Hey, I got the new Dragonfly. It's 2.5 feet. How big is that Tomahawk?"
So, if you have let's say like a long box for your comic books,
Okay.
right? That's about as long as a classified scale Tomahawk would be. All right, it would be twice as wide
4.5
as a Dragonfly, and yeah, you need a house. You have an apartment. Don't bother getting a classified Tomahawk, basically.
So here, because I do have like I would love to do this, clear out the garage, which is not gonna happen, and then like build like a giant like diorama, and then I could do then the Tomahawk would be perfectly, where the car would fit. Travis, do you see a Tomahawk getting made ever?
No, but the thing is with this G.I. Joe team, you never want to say never because of how successful these HasLabs are. So, and we'll talk about figures, we'll show lift ticket, but everyone's like, oh, maybe lift ticket. Well, why would you have 2 pilots when you need a gunner? So, if you have lift ticket,
swap them out.
You're saying no to the Tomahawk. You kind of don't want to leave anything out. If you want to include a character that comes with a vehicle, I mean, they did Cover Girl, but she's kind of a solo character as well. But any specific pilot, driver, command center officer, whatever, you come out with the carded version, right? So that way, there's always a possibility to make it with this big vehicle if people are going to pay for it. That said, yeah, this thing's going to be 5 feet long. So the 4.5 feet long or 4.25. It's a Chinook, right? It's
on that same point. Travis.
Carries armies. It's way bigger than a Cobra, an AH-1
Now on the point, buddy, what would the price point be?
Well, if we're getting this for $275, we're looking at 450, which is 450.
Thank you, Matt.
450. Yeah, you could do 450. But if they include an army to fit inside, then you're looking at 525, 550.
Would you say that if they did the Tomahawk, it would be the most expensive HasLab that they've done?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what are like the other ones
bigger?
that are.
What's
the one for
what's the biggest one?
Transformers.
The only thing I can think of would either be the one for the Transformers or like Galactus.
Galactus was only in the 300s, though, right?
Galactus was 400.
Was it 400? So yeah, this would be you're looking at 450 to
And
5.
he was about 3.5 feet tall. So
Yeah.
Did they do a sail? Did they do did Jabba's barge? Was that a
that's what they
HasLab?
do, the sail barge.
The sail barge. Yeah, that's the biggest one to this day, right?
Okay. What was
I don't
that?
know. I'm asking. I don't know.
But it's real empty. You know, it's a sail barge, so
Yeah,
it's long, but there's not like a whole. Did we put this comment up? Matt O'Brien, thank you, man.
Yeah, we put it up for a little bit. I wanted to bring it back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks so much,
thanking him.
dude.
Yeah.
Let's read it. Happy Wednesday. So stoked for Dragonfly. Looks fantastic. I love Wild Bill. Don't sleep on the Tomahawk 2027.
I mean, it would be interesting to see what if they do the Tomahawk. Like
Kevin Wish. The sail barge was almost 600. Okay, so
no
the Tomahawk is possible, but I think we're gonna start seeing the ones that are doable first. You know, we're gonna get into that prediction part of the show, and I think we'll see the medium-sized, extra medium-sized. Oh, look at that! Hey, shout out to Hooded Cobra
both of
Commander.
those.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I mean, you could do one a little longer. Those blades, I don't know.
I mean, hovercraft size, man. Oh,
but I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool. I mean,
I'm not gonna say they could do it, but it'd be expensive. That's all. You could do it anything and just be pricey as hell. But I mean, look what you're getting, you know.
All right, now we got KJ back on to the tiers and what could be coming along.
Right.
With
well, one thing is go back to the. Sorry about that. Go back to the Tomahawk. So for all those like real hardcore, you know, military and everything, like you guys know about this thing, right? So like the sea knight, it's like it could be up to what 60, 80 feet, and then in real life, what do you got? A Dragonfly's 30. You could even have 100-foot Chinooks. I mean, I was on the set of Tenet, and there was four of these things flying around, and they're way bigger than the LAPD helicopters you see over here in LA flying around. So yeah, if you factor that in, if you want real scale, I don't know why you saw comments saying that they could do a Tomahawk and they're similar. It's going to take a lot of success from HasLab first before we even get to it. I wouldn't come back with another helicopter anyway for a while, like you said, 2027. Yeah,
even another air vehicle like a Rattler, like Matt O'Brien saying, you gotta do something else. Time to go to the water, maybe. Maybe, you know, hovercraft, moray. I mean, not a hovercraft. I mean the moray, right?
Hydrofoil,
hydrofoil. I'm sorry, hydrofoil.
I do like the fact that Matt is like going like 2027, so 3 years from now. So we do sea, then land again, and then air in 4 years. So So now are we ready? Are we ready to move on to the tiers? I don't want to.
Let's rock and roll.
Do it. You put that awesome ripcord up there again, huh?
Boom. All right. So it's at 13,000 orders. We get ripcord. And
do you want to answer this question first? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I didn't see any, man.
I didn't notice that either.
That's a good question. Huh.
I mean,
well, it was just a prototype, so.
But I hope they do it that way. You can actually put your Joe like on the.
You got it. You got to. Can you imagine? Oh, that'd be dope, man.
The foot pegs on the original one were almost too big for the figures, so it'd
be a little hard. The skid would come off sometimes. You press so hard.
So Vlad is saying there were no foot pegs.
No foot pegs.
So,
damn.
I mean, anything's subject to change in the renders. But.
Yeah.
Then the machine. Let's do it. I'm all in.
So the next one we got 15,000. And then it will be 19,000.
Oh my god.
I am interested to see what they got, but let's get on to what they could be. All right, first off, we've got a lift ticket. KJ, this is kind of a no-brainer. But
yeah. Definitely fits the aviation theme. It's one of those that diehards know about. so that if it ends up not being on the pegs or the shelves, once again, a lot of the Joe collectors won't get mad at this. It's on theme, and that's what you have to do if you're going to be doing core characters like Lift Ticket. Then you need them to, like, you know, fit with the vehicle at hand and so forth. And plus, it just looks great.
Yep.
So the color palette is different from Wild Bill, Night Force, Ripcord. This would be a good pick for sure.
Now,
well, that's why I want to ask KJ. So that I was saying earlier with the Tomahawk, you know, he's the pilot of the Tomahawk. But if you include him in this, then you're cutting out the Tomahawk possibility, no?
Right. He's locked to the Tomahawk I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think we'll be seeing a Lift Ticket, but that's just my guess. Because
if you're a fan of the character, then you're going to be waiting a long time for this Lift Ticket thing.
Unless it's carded. A carded, you know, based on the animated series of the retro figure.
Right, but I think KJ makes a good point in that unless you are a diehard Joe, you don't know who Lift Ticket is. He's going to languish on the pegs. But if you put him, but if you maybe this is the point where you put the more obscure characters. Like if you're buying a Dragonfly, either A, you're loving Classified, or you love G.I. Joe, or both. Like I'm getting it because I'm loving Classified.
Yeah.
I have no idea who the hell Lift Ticket is, but he's a dope figure. And if he comes with the Dragonfly, I'm not mad at all. I'm like, this makes sense. This is cool.
Yeah, I hear you, but I think he'd be locked into if they ever do a Tomahawk, you got to make what? I mean, there's no other, style of
colorway. It's a different colorway.
Ticket.
Yeah. Just do a different.
You'd have to do. I'd want Lifeline in that one.
Right.
Him and Lifeline.
I would say if you're gonna do a second pilot, you do Scarlet or like a female, like Steel Brigade pilot or something. Like you don't just do the other iconic pilot. Like I don't know. To me, it's
well. Let's keep going on, guys. I mean,
yeah.
We got the Airborne Assault pair. We got Hit and Run. I kind of dig this. What say y'all? I mean, do we see Dragonfly, bringing in more paratroopers? Maybe.
I think if they're doing deluxe snow job, you could definitely see classified figures with that parachute, extra gear, right? Like everything that we see with the assault pack with Hit and Run. If we have, look at the flight gear on that Cobra paratrooper. There are third-party flight gear figures, like from Ramen Toy. It would be like $60-$70. If Hasbro can put that on the shelf for $25, even up to $35? Snow job is $35, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it'd be better. Oh, look at that. There's Mark II Designs flight gear.
Oh, Charlie, I'm going to put you on solo so you can...
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's the Air Trooper helmet in the Cobra jump jet.
Yeah.
And where'd you get those straps from, Travis?
I got it from Poe Dameron.
The Star Wars fig. Yeah.
Yeah, loose Poe Dameron.
They're great for fodder, man. That's where I got my
hold up gun. Yeah, Mark II.
That's where I got Wild Bill's 2-gun rig from Tobias Beckett.
Nice.
All right, let's see what we got moving on.
I wanted to. Sorry, can you go back 1 second?
Yeah.
The only reason I put a Cobra paratrooper because it's probably not going to happen. But remember, in the Sky Striker, they had the decals for Cobra where you could do as a takeover.
Oh, right? True.
Like they always have that animated thing where Cobra's mad, he smashes the mirror from like the old episode. I was like, what if he's mad and he includes like a takeover, like a paratrooper that like gets on I'm just using imagination, gets on the Dragonfly or something.
The only reason I would say that what happened is because with the hiss, I don't think we got any Joes with it, did we?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, no Joes.
And I agree with KJ. Hit and Run is a cool enough, wonderful enough character to just be on his own and come deluxe with all that stuff. Like I think when you have Ripcord, you're not going to get another jumper. I mean, it's possible, right? But I think you have one jumper, one gunner, one, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, interesting. Hopefully we'll get to it. Speaking of Stardust and Air Controller.
Cool. There you go, K-Wish.
Yep, there you go, K-Wish.
Bomb Strike. Yeah, I've been digging their Bomb Strike customs that people have been making.
I mean,
Damn.
I could see both of them. I mean, like I told Lenny in our interview with Lenny and Tony, I loved CoverGirl. Like they don't miss with the female action figures, so
That is disgusting.
I mean, I would love to see the color palette with Starduster in Classifieds.
Again, I think these two are cool enough to come out on their own. I don't
Me
think
too.
they'd be locked behind a stretch tier, but it's cool to talk about all the air assault characters anyway, right?
So
or air
here's a question I have for you, fine gentlemen.
Yep.
Is the HasLab popular enough to keep putting core characters behind these tiers, even with Night Force Ripcord? Like, do they play it safe and they stick to ketchup and mustard? Or are we saying there's probably 5 people collecting classified series right now that's not getting the Dragonfly? So it's safe.
I think to their credit, the Night Force Ripcord was a smooth way to go, because we all want the camouflage, we all want the OG, and he could be a standard release on his own. So that's the way to sneak him in there. I think, okay, you do a Night Force Ripcord, that's cool. You know, I'm down for that. Yeah, I don't want mainline characters stuck behind a HasLab. I don't think anybody does, but that's just my opinion.
No, I agree with you. I don't think you do mainline. I think you do either like deep cuts.
Yeah, deep cuts or like the alternate version. I guess
exactly, or the alternate like
Night Force.
Maybe like do this Starduster like or like with like the nice Night Force. You know, I think we get something that's different, and that maybe they know. Like, listen, very few people actually know who this person is. Let's put it with the HasLab. That way, people are getting the HasLab already. They get their deep cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one thing that we've all talked about is like, oh, we like this figure, this figure, this figure. Yeah, but 5 people know who they are. They're like,
well, like Toy Bounty Hunter was saying, like we just said beforehand, Colbert.
Right. Yeah. We're going to show that. We have that slide.
Yeah, we got it. We'll get to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
what up, Ken Poe?
Oh, Ken.
Right. Oh, okay. So look whose figures those are. Some guy in this room.
Oh, wow.
I don't know who they are.
That was my older head sculpt for Wild Bill. I got a better one, but yeah, that's dope, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, Viper Island said that these are from the factory. That's what he said. That's what he said on the show. I believe it. It was on YouTube, so I believe it.
I'm shocked Viper Island
Chili's airport exclusive.
He said what was from the factory?
You know, he said like these. That's what he said. That's what
I
saw.
My fingers?
I'm kidding. It's fake news. I'm kidding. J/K, everyone. I'm kidding.
Actually, I am actually shocked that Viper Island didn't say that he made those. Just saying.
Just say that he made them? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be at his house.
So listen, we all know that Hasbro has cameras pointed at Tony's details. We know. But the truth is this. Airborne makes a lot of sense. And I think Airborne is probably the most popular character you can include as a HasLab tier, and people don't get mad. Be like, yo, recruit number 3, Airborne. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. He's on the damn box. His name is sensible. If it's not Colbert, like we're going to talk about later, it's Tall Tree, right?
Yeah. Tall Tree was on the box art.
Yep.
So people can make noise, but that'd be like a small minority that have nothing else to do but bitch and whine on Instagram and Facebook. I think Airborne would make a great choice as a HasLab tier.
Now,
that's at least the Night Force one, or at least this one in that card. I want to make one now. I slept on that one.
Yeah, that's like the art. They're depicting the pre-look, his early look before the figure or something like that. So
that's pretty
if you want to talk about deep cut, that's a great deep cut. I just think anything mainline, Airborne is a figure that would sell mainline. They're gonna make 80 to 100,000 from a store rather than the 20,000 they'll get from this. So we got to think about like kind of put our business hats on when it comes to some of these stretches. You know what I mean?
Well, now speaking of, and let me ask about this because
great customs, by the way. Awesome work, Tony.
Yeah, they're all right. They're all right.
They're okay.
Yeah, they're all right.
They're mediocre.
I mean, if you like dope shit, they're all right. So listen, but let me ask you this because so now we've got
it's a good guess.
we've got 3 tiers, right? 13, 15, and 19,000. How many figures did we get with the Hiss tank?
Ooh,
4.
Was it
4?
4?
Yeah, it's 4. You
4.
have Hiss Gunner, the Tactician, the Driver, and Retro Coco.
Female gunner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I keep forgetting about Wild Bill. I'm like, how many tiers? There's 3 tiers. Don't they normally do like 4 though?
That's what we're getting. 3 and 4. With 3 plus Wild Bill. 4.
Oh yeah, 3 plus Wild Bill. Yes.
No, but I mean,
Ripcord's
what
one of the
tier?
stretches.
Yeah.
We got 2 more after Rip.
Okay. All right.
And that's it. Well, for now, all right.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if maybe they like, here's a 5th one. I don't know. All right.
The chat's hilarious. It's all 4s. It's almost
4,
like
4.
Dillinger. 10, 10, 10, 10.
Okay, that's a sky. Okay, my bad. They're right. It's a Sky Patrol Airborne.
Yeah.
Okay, that is dope.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If we get an airborne, it could be, what is that, V3 or something? Like
That's
we
cool.
V4,
Yeah, it's
V3, V4.
Yeah.
It's a V2 Sky Patrol Series Airborne, 1990.
V2? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the thing. We could get
That
it
is
doesn't have to be
sweet.
an
I'm
Night
gonna make one of those. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And it fits with
could
the color palette.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sick. That slipped on that one. Wow.
Yeah.
You got the fake Firefly buck you could use.
Yeah, thank you, chat.
Now, hold
The
on,
chat
hold
is on
There
fire.
you
So
go.
that goes right hand in hand with Night Force Ripcord. And
Yep.
especially like with the 2 tones
Oh, that's
black and
crazy.
green thing they're doing with the Dragonfly. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
It can be
Exactly.
a pre-paint. Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah,
I
there you
love
go,
it.
right there. Nice.
We
Okay.
might have nailed it with that one.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
Hey, you heard it here first.
There you
That
go.
is-
The one
that
on the
is
left,
dope.
the one on
I
the
mean-
left will be mainline, fan channel mainline, and then the one on the right could be that 3rd tier.
Yeah.
Chaz
You
the
can see
Guru, what up?
that. You see that?
Yeah.
KJ's like, receipts, people.
Hey.
I had it first.
Zap.
All right.
All right.
Moving on.
Zap.
So-
I got him too. They are in my room.
See, I think this is a character that would go with a HasLab because, like, I don't know a lot of deep cuts on the Joes. I'd be happy if I got this with a HasLab. But I'm not like, oh, like I need this in my collection.
Right. Exactly.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. You're first. Sorry.
Oh, what'd you need?
Anyway,
Zap?
well, yeah. So Zap's obviously a bazooka soldier first.
Yes.
So that already a lot of people know him more for that. Of course, he's also a helicopter pilot. We're just kind of throwing in all the pilots, paratroopers, control officers. I just think it's a reach, and I think any OG-13, a lot of people like have a pack, right? Like Footloose and all, that whole like Zap Stealer, the whole, like a 2 or 3, 4-pack kind of thing with these, like maybe Hasbro Pulse. Since Bobby brings up a good point, Zap probably wouldn't do great mainline.
Right. Yeah, he's a pilot in the comics. He's a pilot in the cartoon.
Right.
Yeah.
So and they both showed it prominently. It was cool. Go for it. That's cool. That almost slipped by me, but yeah, I remember the comic, and he was talking about he hadn't been in the driver's seat for a while, and then when he was he in the Dragonfly in the cartoon with Wild Bill behind him, or was it someone else? I can't remember. I mean, no big deal.
He would be in a different Dragonfly because
he was in a different Dragon. That's right.
I love this comment. Best one of the night, right?
Yeah.
Go find another Dragonfly so we get the unlock tonight during the show. Even if they unlock it, they're still gonna have to take all night to come up with the render.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not gonna get it wouldn't be till tomorrow.
All right, moving on. We've got I would like a counterintelligence like Scarlet. But I could see this being a main line just because it is Scarlet. And just going another, the Arctic. Actually, I would like an Arctic. That'd be kind of cool, like Arctic
Scarlet would be
Scarlet to go with the snow job.
Isn't this the Scarlet that would have come with the Sky Striker, or did it fund enough to come with the Sky Striker?
It came with the Sky Striker. Right?
Okay.
The one on the right came. Yeah, is
Okay,
the
yeah.
O-ring came with it, and then the one on the left is like a later version. You
She's
know,
got
the
a
90s.
she's got the female ace suit. They both look like freaking astronauts.
Yeah.
But you know,
The
this is
fuck?
a possibility. You know, it's a possibility, but I think you don't want to, even though it's a different version of Scarlet. I think in an O-ring you can get away with it because what did they have? 7 different figures that came with the Sky Striker. I think when you only
Yeah.
got 4, I don't know if you include any name. Remember, it did say. Oh, hold on. It did say in the video or during the presentation that they're new recruits. Scarlet is obviously not a new recruit.
Right.
Right.
It's
Kind
gonna
of
be
going.
all new characters, but still good to talk about her.
Yeah,
you know?
kind of going with K wishes here. Like he wants a unique character. Scarlet's not unique. We got her in wave 1. But I would like to see the Arctic Scarlet released eventually because we are getting the Arctic version of the Joes. So
Rachel
was from
said
the
something
game.
good, yeah.
That was from the game Operation Blackout. Was it?
Yeah.
No, that was the Arctic Scarlet was from the video game, I think.
oh, was it? Yeah, because I don't think I
Yeah.
played that one. All right, moving
No,
on. We've
you
got
saved yourself some time.
Crazy Legs.
Crazy Legs, rest in peace. I'm sorry, Crazy Legs. You're dope.
Once
Hey Jay,
again,
what do you think, bud?
it's no job.
Great colors. Looks awesome. But Crazy Legs, I think if you're going to do it, just go ahead and do the classic colors.
Yes, go ahead. That crazy red.
Look. Here's the thing. It's classified. Like they're not. If they did it in this color scheme, they would make it look awesome. Let's just be real.
I'm fine with that too. I do not want to make a custom of him. that padding is a bitch.
I like it. Crazy one.
There was a lot of comments for like Night Force Crazy Legs. I'm like, Crazy Legs doesn't really need an alternate version. You know,
No,
like that's.
if you're gonna
I
do
don't
Crazy
think this comes to retail, but he's supposed to go with the Tomahawk. So that's
Is
again
he?
lift
Oh,
ticket,
okay.
Crazy Legs, lift ticket, Tomahawk. You know, save him. But you know, then you're getting 2 paratroopers. Do we need that?
To be fair,
And a
hold on.
small dragonfly.
To be fair, KJ, a lot of people didn't blow in the 80s when this was being done. So
K-Wish.
I mean, this probably was the inspiration for Crazy Legs. Like, Crazy Legs.
Oh, he's going by the movie right here, the new recruits.
I mean, and we are getting Chuckles eventually.
Okay.
So
Jinx and Big Lob with the Dragonfly, he wouldn't fit in there.
next we've got
Yeah. It's from
they're
Darren
gonna have
Marshall.
some. Travis, go ahead, man.
All right, cool. So, all right, here's the thing. Sky Striker came with this character. Wayne Ruthel, a new
Yes, sir.
character based on, you know, kind of the lore and everything. The strongest guess so far to me could be Colbert, besides a gunner. I think we get a steel core gunner, but Colbert, which is a lot. White Mike said that, Airborne Custom said that, and then you could get an all new character. It seems like they're kind of getting the radar to do all new characters. Like we're starting to see some of them, like this bat.
Aces Rio, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you look, it's like a marine gunner with a turret and everything. So but like KJ said, the name on the new Dragonfly isn't Colbert, it's Airborne's name, right? So
at least on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, they only showed one side. So
on the box art on the original Dragonfly is Franklin E. Talltree, and this one is the actual product shot, but it's the other side, which is Colbert. And that was cool. They both jump in the, you know.
So on the Dragonfly we're getting, does it have the names on it?
It only has Hardy's name, but
it has
They may be saving it, or this may just be it. Like if I were them, and if I did have another name, I'd just hold on to it and just be like, "Oh, boom, here it is."
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I mean, look, you know, they'll have tons of decals. So, I mean, yeah. All right, moving on. We've got.
Here's a good point here. He's a warrant officer, not a lieutenant. So.
You know,
Damn.
maybe
Diana was doing a bunch of deep cuts. You see, she named off a bunch of deep cuts.
I don't know who's doing the chat, man. It's phone.
I know
right
Diana Davis was. Look at all those deep cuts. I don't know not one of those. What's wrong with me?
Oh well, remember she's running the comics division. She's
Damn, Diana, get
Diana reads. There are a lot of new Joes. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta go back and catch up, man.
I gotta look those bad boys up.
Yeah, bad boys and girls. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go for it. All right, so we got
There's your Crazy Legs Night Force that people liked in the chat. I think
there you
got a
go.
comment.
That's dope.
Yeah, and that's I think that gets made before the coked out version of the 80s.
I'm a fan of Night Force. Night Force is my favorite subline.
Well, yeah, because it looks awesome.
It's got that military aesthetic, the black and the olive drab and shit. I love it. Yeah.
Like this looks like something that would go with Torpedo, where like they are going in like wet work style. Right?
Yeah. Night Force.
Night Ops, exactly. Like Cobra Troopers are not going home to their kids. Sorry. Sorry, did I go too dark there? I'm sorry.
No, only the good ones are going. Only the mainline releases. Only Major Blood's going home. None of his
exactly
who he leads is coming back. He's horrible.
I won't lie. So I'm playing Jedi Survivor. I do love the chatter between the stormtroopers. It's just like, oh, they're gonna die. But I kind of want to leave. I kind of want to let them live because they're really kind of funny.
Yeah, they keep coming back.
Yeah, drop zone, Scott. I mean, there's a ton of stuff we can go with. But all right, let's see.
It'd be like a 7-hour stream.
An hour.
Now you see why I brought beef jerky.
Yeah, we're only going an hour. We're almost done. Almost.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about chips and salsa now. We get ketchup and mustard.
Chips and salsa, baby. That was clean.
I did like
Runway, repairman. What do we think? So we got the jumper. We're gonna get a gunner because we need someone to sit in that front seat. If it's not airborne, right? Because airborne, even he could kind of do both. And then we need something else that doesn't. Remember, the cockpit only fits 2 people. So and Ripcord can kind of already be out of the chopper. So who do we get? Someone else? Land. This is a good guess. Not both, but some kind of repairman, runway specialist. It's not bad.
Yeah. Because I mean, the only problem is like you need both of these guys. Do you release one mainline and the other with HasLab?
Oh no, I meant something based on a runway, a repairman kind of character. Wouldn't have to. It could be the steel core kind of deal.
Steel core ground crew.
So when you have a helicopter crew, they're pretty much going to be outfitted like this. So if you're going to make the Ripcord gear or you're going to make similar gear like this, you might as well tool it now so you can use it for later. So that would just make a lot of sense.
Yeah, fair. All right, and then we did put this up there because this would be mainline.
Well, sure. Now it is. Yeah.
That was the point, just to show people that don't want to spend the 300, they'll get their and Sunbow on the right and then V2 on the left, maybe a combination of both. So that was the first time we got a carded Bill Hardy. So maybe it's gonna happen. I think he's popular enough to go. At least 100%. Fan channel retro carded or something. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean, look, you do a mixture of the two, and you still give him the 2 6-shooters. I mean, he gets sold out in the South. Let's be real here.
Do have question for the chat based on this comment. We didn't have slides for medicals, but we're starting to see.
What's up with that? Damn it.
Lifeline, right? And then I know David Speck made a comment earlier too about that. But yeah, so the original Dragonfly had a stretcher on it. I don't think Lenny and Emily showed a stretcher with this.
I didn't see one. If we hold on one second, if you give me a hot minute,
I got a gridiron stretcher.
Well, we're getting Sunbow stuff with the
So, Look, real quick,
retro line. too.
Strap on.
Yeah.
So here's a picture of like all that comes with it
Okay, good.
as of right
good
now,
look.
and there is no stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
I got your stretcher, baby.
Is that in your window? Oh, you have
I
actually have a
see.
stretcher. Okay. I was like,
He's
yeah.
an EMT.
Okay, Tony,
An
you're
EMT. I got the stretcher.
So
Yep. And there's some IVs for you, courtesy of
Really great set from Gridiron.
Von Cannon.
yeah.
Little litter.
Yeah, Tony, you don't mess with the stretchers. You mess with the gurney strikers.
Yep.
Striker gurneys, I should say.
All right.
Yep.
Moving on.
Battery operated, baby.
Steel core, baby.
And Trav, you sent me this and we were talking earlier that you know what the pretty much is probably just a placeholder in the unlock
Placeholder image is the male steel core
silhouette.
steel
Yeah.
brigade.
Silhouette
But
placeholder.
but you know, we got Grunt, got the helmet. You know what I mean? Too. He also got a steel core helmet. So I know some great guesses, full force and whatnot. We're saying like if we get a generic gunner kind of character like to go on the front, it could be a steel core gunner. I think that's a great guess. You know, and they're showing it, right? Why would you pick this as the placeholder? Like, why not
Yeah.
put something else? So
People can pick the silhouette out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now what do we have next? Next is what's next. All right, so here's the part of the show where I'm gonna go out of that, and we're gonna be discussing because we're never satisfied.
Right.
Never satisfied, ever. So we've got the His Tank coming out in July. We've already backed the next His Tank, which we will get in 2024. So now, what is the next thing we will get? Trav, we spoke last night because they did land, air, and now sea. However, I don't want to do sea. So we're going to go with what I think and what I think K-Wish wants as well, Snowcat. Because now, granted, the next one will be Cobra. Because when Cobra Joe, next is Cobra. Mainly because we got Snow Job, and where else are you gonna have a Snow Job, like other than in a Snowcat? Just saying. And then we've got, and I can't think of who this figure is.
Frostbite.
Frostbite. There we go. This would be cool. I would love this. I mean, it's just it would be the same size as the His Tank. I'd be down for this. But let's be real, it's gonna be probably the hydrofoil.
That's my bet.
KJ?
I mean, people were making this out of the Fortnite boat. I mean, if you have an Ollie's on the East Coast, Ross, Marshalls on the West Coast, or anywhere else, you can probably luck out and get a Fortnite boat still for 20, 30, 40 bucks. But this,
Damn, I
if
check
they
out
do
my
this,
rock.
yeah, it dropped a lot. So people who got this, and they're industrious. So I've seen some hydrofoils out there already. But Hasbro can make do with this. They could, if you do a HasLab, it's got to be bells and whistles. Otherwise, if the Fortnite team can put their boat on shelves, then the Moray needs to be on shelves too.
I was just about to ask that. Because if Fortnite is putting these, Fortnite and McFarlane they're both putting out basic vehicles, like not the bells and whistles, not the LED lights, all
Cost reduced, yeah.
But now let me ask you this: if Hasbro did, because with those type of vehicles, would they sell?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yes, they will. Oh, this or the mid-sized vehicle?
Mid-sized vehicle.
Oh,
They would all
I'm waiting
sell.
for a vamp. Let's go.
Let me take you back to 2020. How easy was it for you to get Baroness in that coil cycle? Right.
You guys met looking for those, right?
Right, exactly. That was like how Toy Kind of Move was kind of born.
Right. Out of the Cobra coil.
Breaker and the Ram cycle did clear. But
Yep.
once it cleared, people couldn't find that Ram cycle no more. You had to wait for Duke for the re-release,
Yep.
or you went to eBay. Now you can look and see what the Ram cycles are going on now for eBay. They will sell.
So I mean, and I don't understand, like, I don't think everything has to be a HasLab. Trav, we were talking about that last night. I don't think everything needs to be a HasLab.
No, it doesn't.
No.
And I think that we could, if you have, and just Trav and I having this conversation last night about like the next HasLabs. I think you could have some fan channel exclusives.
Yes, because HasLabs need to be dream projects in my eyes. It needs to be a dream.
That is why Galactus and Sentinel both funded quickly for Marvel, but that the Vengeance of Disaster went nowhere.
I got a question. There's a comment. I'm sorry to cut you off, but there's some mistakes here. So the Fortnite boat is not a Marais, it's the Moccasin, isn't it? So this is
True.
Where said he made a Stinger, which is a Jeep. So that's I think he meant the Moccasin. That's the green one that comes with covering.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clear that up before we got too far ahead. This is a bigger, much bigger. It's like someone mentioned. It's a Tomahawk size, but it's not as thick.
No.
So it's a half of a Tomahawk as far as depth. So it could be a HasLab because it's long, it's big, but it's not like chunky and it doesn't take up a whole lot of plastic. You know what I mean? They did say land, sea, and air. Lenny said that's an Easter egg. Might mean nothing, but why not?
Now, Trav, real quick, man, because Punk makes a great point. You know, Fortnite and Motu vehicles aren't moving. For me, here in Houston, I don't see any of the Motu vehicles. They're all gone. They're all sold out. However, as we have learned, the Joe fans are a different breed of cat.
That's true.
Right. G.I. Joe has a different relationship with its vehicles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I've got most of the Motu vehicles. If I don't have them now, K-Wish has them for me in at Y'all's Place, Trav. Motu fans, Marvel fans, Star Wars fans are all like now waiting on those like clearances. G.I. Joe does not clearance, and when it does, it's for me very rare here in Houston or in Texas.
I'm surprised the retro card at Walmart. The only Lady J has gone on sale and it's $16.99, which isn't totally clearance.
I was just gonna say that. Yep.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm sorry. The Baroness went on sale from it was originally I think what $25.99. Now it's at $24.99 at my Walmart. So it went down $1. So you know,
retro only. Yes, David. Yeah.
It's a good clearance.
It's 14 retro Baroness. I just bought it yesterday from CMD store only because hint, they have the Arctic bat. Is it sold out yet, guys? On CMD store, the Arctic bat is in stock.
Oh, nice.
Supposedly it's shipped today too. So
they are great. They're a great place to deal with. Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. From like Albuquerque. I know Albuquerque. Quebec.
Right.
Canada.
Right.
But I think even if big box stores don't carry the medium-sized vehicles, I think Hasbro can easily make mid-size, like the Trouble Bubble, or you know, just give us like just give us a Jeep. You know, just if you have them on
Stinger, the Vamp, those can be.
They don't have right, and they don't have to be. They don't have to be like LED lights. They don't have to come with like million things.
Hasbro Pulse exclusives, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Just enough.
Yeah,
just enough to like have like Trouble Bubble is small. That's what I'm saying. Medium-sized vehicles. I'm not saying the large ones. I'm saying medium-sized ones that we can have fun with. But and they look $75 for like a medium-sized vehicle. That's not unheard of. I think that it would be something that you don't have who can't afford the HasLab. I'm like, I can't drop 300. I can't drop 200, but I can drop 75, or maybe drop that for 2. So that's just a thought. But the hydrofoil could be next. This would be a amazing HasLab.
This is a good point too. A devilfish could just be. Lenny could say, "Remember when I said land, sea, and air? Well, we got the sea." Hasbro Pulse Devilfish, and it's fucking tiny. So, sorry, swore to ruin it.
No, you're right. But it's fucking tiny.
It's tiny, so they could sell it for 40, 50, 60 bucks.
Exactly. Again, and I think the Trouble Bubble opens up the fact that now we can have smaller vehicles and we could have like you can open up an entire universe. Just and yes, the Batmobiles from McFarlane, they are huge, expensive, but just give us something something different. Yeah, here we go. The Moray. I mean,
if you look at that, that's on par with a Hiss and a Dragonfly as far as size, what comes with it, the options for all the missiles, the guns, everything. Look, there's 4 characters there. So I don't know if it depends on what the direction they go in. This and the Thunder Machine seem like the next two. I do like your pick though. If they really go all in with the Arctic stuff, like you said, like you could get an Arctic Scarlet, Arctic Snake Eyes as part of those could be included as part of those tiers, and that would sell because it's Snake Eyes, Scarlet.
Yeah, you can introduce Quinn in there.
Yes, deep cut, nice, beautiful. All right, there's your next 3 HasLabs. You heard it.
There we go.
Snowcat, Foil, and Thunder Machine, baby.
Thunder Machine. I want it.
Again. Yes, it's longer. But it doesn't look. It could be hollow in that bottom, and you could just stuff stuff in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think everyone needs to have LED lights. I think you can like maybe go a little old school with it and like pop open the top, and you can put Joe's in there.
Well, no, this would have lights if it's a HasLab, but I'm saying they don't. It doesn't.
HasLabs, yes.
There's some, just because it's massive in scale. Like again, we talked about the Batmobile, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you're getting that for $60. That thing's huge, but there's nothing in it. There's nothing to it. So imagine adding some LEDs to that, some missiles, some guns or turrets. There's your HasLab. There's your $300 HasLab.
Yeah. Well, Viper Scout says it'll hold 7 figures. Imagine if the real one. Woo!
Damn.
I don't know. I don't think it's out of
big.
the.
I think that's gonna be big. I think that's gonna be big.
A foil is more of a. There's more of a chance for a foil than a Tomahawk, in my opinion, because there's a less going on with it, but it's still cool enough and interactive enough to. It's a dream boat, in my opinion. Dream project is It doesn't look that cool there, but imagine it classified with all the lights and that looks like that's a cool. You get something like that. Classified. That's a HasLab.
That's a HasLab. And then they could do really nice and do like the Fortnite stand, the little water.
Yeah, exactly. And have waves.
Yeah.
I need a mute button. All right. Next, we've got.
I do have it.
A horn and start muting people. I wish we had Ryan on because it's his namesake, the Thunder Machine.
Yeah. So imagine if you will, a Thunder Machine, Nagahide, Zanzibar, Thrasher included.
Thrasher's got to be the driver, yeah.
All right. We can talk about, like, we're probably going to get Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch.
They're coming.
On shelves, right? The trio. That's the first trio, right?
Yeah.
There's so many. You can talk, like, we didn't talk about Burnout. We didn't talk about Xandar. We didn't talk about
Zanya. He's coming main line.
Like, there's so much that can be done with this. But I would say
Monkey Wrench. Yeah.
This does not have to be HasLab.
Nope.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
why Dreadnoks would be so crazy and would fly so fast that you can put this on the shelves. I'm telling you.
Man, for a while, that's all I played with was the Thunder Machine and the Dreadnoks. Because they're the bikers. They're the, what do you call it? The Mad Max type bikers, dude. Oh my God. The twin Gatling cannon, put some police lights that light up on there. What? Oh my God. That's another one of my dream. I got the Dragonfly. This is another dream. And it's, I don't know, it'll be smaller, but I think you think that could be HasLab? Or
I mean, how big was the Thunder Machine? It wasn't bigger than the Havoc, right?
No.
But it was bigger than the Vamp and the Stinger.
Yes, a little bit.
All right, so but
sorry. Sorry. Bobby.
No.
This is for you, Bobby. The Engine of Vengeance. What did we all say that would have made that work?
they put the bikes with it.
Yes.
Put the
question.
There you
It's
go.
a little bit smaller than the 3 HasLabs that we're talking about, but if you come with 2 bikes
Yeah.
in this,
That
or one
is
bike.
a HasLab all day, every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's your HasLab. And Lenny loves the Dreadnoks, just like Diana said, and more than anything, it could be his dream project. At this point, they're so successful they can make at these HasLabs, he can make his own personal dream project, which is probably this with a motorcycle or 2 and all the kind of C-list, B-list Dreadnoks that people are gonna want and love because of how cool the vehicles are and how cool they're gonna look.
All right. I'm going to take a phrase from you, Travis, from earlier. I'm going to put my business hat on. All right. Here's what I could see them doing. Making the Thunder Machine its own mid-sized vehicle, and then doing like they did with the Baroness and
Coil?
and the other who had the other bike?
The Coil.
The Coil, right? And making those separate with other Dreadnoughts in there. They would make that money quickly, and I mean, I'm just saying because you hit it, you hit a great, hit the nail on the head right there. Is that we need the bikes. We need the bikes. However, here's my question to y'all guys, and so we're going Cobra Joe. So this is Joe. And so next is Cobra. So, but it would be technically it should be if we're looking at Seal. So does this become a HasLab, or does because Lenny does love the Dreadnoughts, he does go, you know what? Let's make this a Hasbro
Pulse exclusive,
Mindbender style, Serpentor style. You get maybe $80. You get 2 bikes and a Dreadnought, and then the Dreadnoughts come later on mainline. Hasbro, hire me. Anyways, look, but there's a lot that can be said for what could be going on with. Oh, speak of the devil.
You're killing me, Bobby. You are absolutely killing me tonight. You got old man out of bed.
What I do? Don't blame me.
You don't know who Frostbite was?
I had to tell him.
Okay. First off, I wasn't a Joe guy. I have said this on the show.
That's right.
Times. I wasn't a Joe guy.
His Motu.
Yeah, I was Motu. I had to do like 3 Joes.
3D Joes. Put the work in, baby. Put the work in. Come on now.
Brought out a lot of new fans. It brought out
Come on.
fans. You got to welcome them in. No gatekeeping.
I'm not gatekeeping. I'm just saying there's resources out there. Learn your stuff.
That's why I told Lenny. I thanked him.
Yeah, but you're saying hire me. Hire me.
Hold on. Ryan's
the
island of positivity, and he comes on the show and destroys our host. Positive collectors.
Because here's the thing, Ryan, do you want a Frostbite and no Snowcat?
Yeah, I think you will see something like that. Yeah, I do.
You want a Stinger driver and no Stinger?
If you would probably see anything, it would be the Ice Wolf, the Cobra version of it, and then get the Snowcat next. So
I'm just saying, it's like I think people want a lot of characters without the rides, man. It's like I want lift tickets.
Oh, what up, Shark?
What up, Shark?
Yeah, well, but lift ticket came with the Ghost Hawk during the either the 30th or the re-release for the Joe into the Modern figures, because they didn't have the Tomahawk, but he came with, which was basically the Skyhawk. So there's precedent of John Ward and his team bringing out those figures in different vehicles. So it's not to say that lift ticket's not a possibility.
And in classified, anything goes. So there's
exactly. A 5 foot long Tomahawk is a huge item, and humongous. And with the Dragonfly, I mean, it's almost 3 feet long. It's $275. It does have a higher, quantity order limit, but I think the majority of the money that they've set aside for that is all going to that tooling for the helicopter. Night Force Ripcord, it has the same buck body as what Wild Bill has, and I think the next 2 figures will probably have that same tooling because all of the budget went into the helicopter. I don't know if we'll see, new mold or tooling for figures that are already there because they probably burned up the budget on the helicopter itself. So because remember, HasLab team is who is designing all of this stuff. Lenny did the figures, but it's a different team from what the Joe team is.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Folks, I'll be right back. Keep chopping it up with Dreadnok. Don't forget to leave a like. I'll be right back. I promise.
Yeah. So piggybacking off that, I don't think we've had almost 80 people watching at the same time like we did tonight in a long time without any special guests, because we're all special guests here at A Toy Kind of Mood. And now we have a special guest, one of our own, Dreadnok Ryan. So you are here. Thunder Machine, Hydrofoil. So Thunder Machine, man, is that gonna be? I think you said you'd rather see that fan channel than HasLab, but do you like the idea of a souped up Thunder Machine with bikes and all the wacky characters? Because Lenny loves Dreadnoks more than almost anything.
I think the Thunder Machine is something that could sell through the fan channel.
Mm-hmm. Told you.
If they kept it in the line of what the original Thunder Machine, when you got that vehicle, you had to put it together because it came apart. Mm-hmm. And without the electronics, you don't have to pay for the assembly at the factory, which saves money on that particular item, which puts it probably in that $100 to $125 range with Thrasher. Hasbro team, and John Warden is over the whole Joe team, and he also did the 30th and 50th line, but they had a new Dreadnok named Storm Chaser, and he came with the trike, the motorcycle, three-wheeled motorcycle.
Ooh,
I could
another one
like that for the Dreadnoks as well, having that motorcycle included with a figure or offering motorcycles with some of the other ones as well too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think for tooling and getting figures into fans' hands, you want to get the figures they really want into their hands without putting them behind a paywall, a premium paywall that not everybody can get behind.
Because
I mean, if you go on eBay now, there's people out there that are like, you know, have the Dragonfly for $900 on eBay already because they could order it, nobody else could.
Right. Well,
I wouldn't want the main OG Airborne behind the paywall. Remember we talked?
Yeah, I think Airborne, and I'm older than most of you guys, but you know, the 82, 83, 84 line, that got a lot of the hardcore collectors into it. And I think they could sell a lot of those with the waves. And Airborne reused a lot of tooling from other Joe figures. So I can see them using some of the tooling they already have to put him in the main line, which that saves in offering like a rock and roll extra hands, you know, the different features that we've seen with some of the other figures in those waves too.
Yeah. Cool. So what I was going to ask you, tell you, or ask you, I mean, is what I was saying earlier. Was where's the mute button? There we go. There we go. Look, my point being, that's right. I'm the fucking host. All right. I'm in charge. No one else. All right. Now, as I was saying, I had to fucking Tony Reality this shit. As I was saying, I think that if you, Ryan, and you come on this, because we saw with the trouble, we will see figures. We can see figures now with smaller machines. So if you have an ATV with a figure, that will sell. If you have a figure with a bike, that will sell. And I didn't even think about the fact that if you took the Thunder Machine and had people actually breaking it, you know, had to build your own. Fucking Lego sell like billions of dollars. Have it put together. Like I would love to put together my own GI.
I wouldn't do a model kit Thunderdome though.
No.
Yeah, Thunder Machine. I mean,
I'm not saying a model kit, but it's something that doesn't fully come together in like it could be a smaller box and you can like, you know, snap some pieces in.
And you know, during the Real American Hero, the 3 3/4 the O-ring line, those figures were the entry into the GI Joe line. But for retailers, where they made their most money were off the vehicles because some assembly was required. You had to put the decals on, you had to put the vehicles together, and because they could save on that cost from the factory, it offered more margin dollars for the retailers as well as Hasbro. So those were the profit generators for all of those particular waves of toys and stuff. So if they can do the same thing with the classified line, with every time you put like lights and different stuff like that, they have to assemble that item. They can't let us do it, so it has to be sealed. That's why his tank is going to be huge. If you look at the Dragonfly, it looks like the tail will come off, and then we'll be able to clip it in, and that should help save with box size as well too.
Yeah,
but like with the ferret, the four-wheeler, you know, having that to where we put some of those pieces together, I don't think Joe collectors would have a problem with that at all.
Nope. You think a ferret would come with the driver or a figure?
Yeah, I think so.
I would hope it would, but it didn't back in the day.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
But I think the trouble bubble is a good precedent.
That's cool.
You want a figure to come with it. Like
That's
even
a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, there was an ATV that was like 1/12 scale that you could find at Target or Walmart, and even that came with a static figure, just so you had something on it.
Yeah. So look, the title show, the title for y'all, you know, for the spinoff show we have, the Terrordrome. I brought this up to Travis last night, in that it doesn't have to be the full size Terrordrome, but you could go like a 1970 style Death Star where you got cardboard
half of it,
and you have the other like it. Maybe like you can go against the wall, and it's like half is plastic with a cardboard backing. Right?
Half of it with some figures, and then come out with the other half with some other figures.
That could be. You go too. Ryan, do you ever see this being made?
As a table, yes. as a dining room table, absolutely. With a glass top, and you can put your figures underneath there.
Get rid of it. Yeah.
My only question is, how would you get it sent to people? With the shipping cost alone would just be crazy. And
so
number two, how many marriages would survive? And if I could live in this, then maybe.
Here's the thing:
you could put Roman from Punk with Toys. He'd fit in it.
The German.
So we did an earlier episode on levels of collecting. You have 1/6 collectors out there. You have 1/4 scale, full scale collectors out there. But this, what I would do is rest in peace, Eagle Moss. But what they did is you subscribe. So if you built the Ecto 1, you would subscribe and you would get pieces in along with a magazine or something like that. Now, Eagle Moss went out of business before you could finish the Ecto 1. But they also had the DeLorean. They had a couple of things. I'm thinking about the Diamond Select Ghostbusters rooftop.
Yep.
With the Gozer the Gozerian playset. This, you build a playset. Back in the day, you could build the mass device. You could build the Weather Dominator, right? They came to VHS tapes. So build this sucker. Build the Terrordrome.
Hell yeah.
It writes itself.
Right.
The
Baldies
are of one mind.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah,
I mean,
it's the only way they're gonna do play sets is to have pieces of it. You know what I mean? Or at least just come up with the best part that represents all of it in one side or something. You know what I mean? Like a backdrop of it. Yeah.
Right. I mean, Trav, look at the cover right now of that Terrordrome. If that's all you got, just half. You got half the Terrordrome. That's I think that's all you look. Case in point, look at Mattel's Eternia. Right, that was a big piece. I mean, I got one over here. It's big, and granted, it's not the 6-inch figure, but there is. I mean, we could have this if it's half of this. Exactly.
But Bobby, with G.I. Joe, which made it different from a lot of the other toy lines, there were always more details that were included.
Right.
You know, with the Terrordrome, you had the fire bat that would lift up, the turrets would move, you had the computer, all of that stuff. You had the doors that would come down. Where Eternia is just, you know, even like Castle Grayskull, it was just basically injected molded plastic with not a lot of detail to it.
Right, and I get that.
I think if you're going to do, like, I like the Dio idea. I think there's a lot of other things that they could try that's new instead of going back to the nostalgia well or everything that we had at 3 3/4. Give us a throne room. Give us the mass device, the BET. There's a number of different MacGuffin type of items that they could include. Give us a brainwave scanner playset. How about the DNA playset that Dr. Mindbender had? The Joe base, just different stuff like that could fill in for the shelves.
Destro's Silent Castle in pieces.
Yep.
But now let me ask you this, Ryan, because you make a good point that we could have like smaller diodes, right? Like smaller. Those don't have to necessarily be HasLabs.
No, but they need to be special if you're going to sell them.
Okay.
Joe collectors, we're a particular group, the old school Joe collectors. I mean, we're lucky now because Classified is not sitting, but I remember the days of the 30th and 50th, and Pursuit of Coraline was one of the best G.I. Joe lines they ever made. Figures were awesome, the sculpts were awesome, vehicles were amazing, and so many of those toys went to Ross and to other discounters that they just went dirt cheap because that's what folks did back in the day. And if you look at Star Wars with their bridge to nowhere that they made for the carbonation chamber, carbonite, sorry. That didn't sell as well. I think they had like a wall diode piece that you could connect together that didn't sell as well.
Yeah.
Even that
it's got to be something special to make people want to spend their money for it.
And that's fair.
I didn't hear KJ.
Look at that.
They had a $400 Millennium Falcon, and even that cleared out. So it's dangerous doing those big items. Yeah, because Hasbro can lose a lot of money, and that's the end of your line right there. When's the last time you grabbed the Overwatch figure? Right? Maybe that's a bad example, but these lines end. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, but now once again, I mean, this would be tough to make a classified series. It would. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome. And if I had a house and money,
take up a whole patio, a back patio.
I mean, it'd be cool.
The Extreme Dream Project from HasLab. Holy crap!
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
hey, I think now's a good time to. We got the Terradrome folk in here, and we're talking about the Terradrome. Let's just tell people in case they missed it earlier. Saturday, is it 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock Pacific time?
Yeah, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central.
There you go. We got Gun Bunny, who's in the chat somewhere. He's going to be showing off different versions of Dragonflies. And
maybe
we'll talk about that. What was that, Tony?
Oh, Gun Bunny's in Texas, so it's Eastern time, right? For him.
Central time for Texas. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern.
Central, that's right.
Saturday. So, and then you'll be possibly talking about that second tier unlock. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, back to your regularly scheduled program.
God, a Terradrome like that would be like the size of one of those little tight houses.
Yep.
Yeah.
The play houses that kids get
at Target. Yeah.
It'd be fun. But
Oh, trust me, if I could finance that thing, sell a kidney or something to pay that off, I would definitely want to get that.
Oh man.
But
y'all can keep that.
Something that Travis sent me. Doctor Lab.
That's Ryan's idea.
Yep, it's my off the wall pick.
I like it.
That is definitely off the wall. I think I was out of G.I. Joe by the time this guy came out.
You know what?
But again, it's just a play set. It would be the diode. Pardon?
What year was this?
89 or 90. It was the Eco Warriors.
Because this is when G.I. Joe was doing or a lot of toys were doing the whole if you put them in cold water, hot water, they change colors and
it was 1992.
Okay.
So depending on if you're in your 40s, you don't know what this is, and if you're in your 30s, this is the kind of stuff that's speaking to you. Like Rise of the Beast right now, those are for our little brothers. They're loving the shit out of that right now.
Yeah.
But doing something like this could be fun. It's a sub team.
Yeah.
It just brings out something a little bit different. It's troop builders. and just something goofy.
Did you say K-Wish? K-Wish's comment? That is disgusting. Oh shit!
But if we could make this more of maybe a realistic Cobra, that would be I wouldn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't mind it. It'd be kind of cool. All right, now moving on
up.
The extras of the show. As we're ending the show, let us give a nice happiest birthday to the man himself, Larry Hama.
Mm-hmm.
I missed. Oh man, I missed him. He was here in Houston back in April, and he was never at the desk at his table when I was by there. It sucked because I actually have. So I have this thing where and it's been going for a while now, where I have different Daredevils, but it's the first appearance of other Marvel characters on the cover. And I've got the Daredevil, the first appearance of Wolverine on the cover, written by Larry Hama.
Nice.
Jealous for sure.
Yes.
Jealous.
Which Wolverine? Which issue was that? Which Wolverine was that?
Oh, dude, I have it in over there. I don't remember.
50.
No, it wasn't 50. No,
that's
this is Daredevil. This is Daredevil.
Oh, so, Daredevil. Sorry, I thought you said Wolverine.
It's Daredevil, and it's enter the Wolverine, friend or foe, and Wolverine and Daredevil are teaming up agast the Hand.
Oh, that's the Daredevil book. Yeah. I think I have that one.
Yeah, and so I've got the first Spider-Man on Daredevil, signed by Stan Lee and John Romita.
Oh, America. You get me and Bobby Tutton comics, we'll keep going.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so happy birthday to Larry Hama.
And it'll be at Joe Fest. Yeah,
it'll be at Joe Fest.
Starting this weekend.
Yeah. No, David, I know Wolverine's first appearance was on the Hulk, but I'm saying the first appearance of Wolverine and Daredevil was in this issue.
There you go.
That's what I got.
KJ.
Yeah,
196, baby.
Yep.
196.
Yeah, I got that. So far I've got 5 first on Daredevil: Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, and Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Ah, nice. I got a bunch of it too.
Now going from one happiness. Let's see. Make sure
we got to make a comic kind of mood.
I know I need to. No,
go to Iron Sheik. Go to Iron Sheik.
You're gonna go to Iron Sheik for okay. So sadly, here we go. Iron Sheik has passed away at the age of 81. I mean, y'all want to talk about it, guys? Let's all.
Ryan's our guest. He's a big wrestling fan. He's an old school wrestling fan. So go ahead. I'll take after him.
A&E did the great biography on Sheiky Baby. If you're a wrestling fan, the term jabroni and a number of other things that Sheiky thought up, the impact he had on a lot of folks in the wrestling business was huge. He went through a ton of crap with drugs and stuff, and the loss of his daughter, and then of course he got cleaned up later in life. I think just learning the story of the Iron Sheik, learning how much he loved America, even though he pretended to hate it. I think I lost a big part of my childhood as an old WWF fan, fighting Sarge, fighting Hogan, and being with the tag team with Nikolai Volkov. It's a sad day for, some of your villains and heroes from your childhood, leaving this world to go into a better place. But, just a sad day kind of for that.
I felt the same way with Warrior, dude. It's crazy. And then he passed away here in Arizona. Yep.
Yeah. I remember the love that, people like Scott Hall got, Razor Ramon, and we're seeing the same thing here. Like in my wrestling chats and whatnot, it's people showing just their favorite clips, their favorite stills, that kind of thing,
He was in the cartoon too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think so.
Iron Sheik? Yeah.
Because these were heroes. Like the same way that people had like comic books or their favorite cartoons. Like you had kids that just grew up on superstars, grew up watching wrestling, and they couldn't wait, for the next episode, and now we're getting at that time that we're saying goodbye to these people. So just give people their flowers, give people their props while they're still here, man. Show love wherever you can, whenever you can.
Now, I will say, the Iron Sheik made it to 81.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys from that era didn't make it
Right.
very far. So the fact that he made it 81.
He made it 81.
There is a great Royal Rumble from I think 92, 93 with Ric Flair, and you go through it, and it's the one where Ric Flair wrestled for almost 2 hours almost. And
Legend.
everyone in that ring with him, almost everyone, I'd say 85% are all gone.
Yeah.
Right. They barely make it a 41. Never mind 81.
Right.
Look, you have to give it, yes, it is sad, but the dude lived a life. The dude lived, and the fact that he got, was so cherished. A lot of people don't get that. And it's sad, but, and look, and I love the fact that Iron Sheik kept going after Hogan. He just kept going at me.
I break his leg. I break his leg. Hogan's a jabroni.
Yeah. So Iron Sheik remained a pop culture icon all the way up till his death. So go see the A&E documentary. It's on. They have their own streaming channel. If you got cable, you can see it. It's on demand. Great call there, Ryan. I wanted to show this LJN figure. As you know, I do a lot of times. I do a Toy Kind of Mood at Nights wrestling, and so what better way to show arguably the two best figures with the Legends Elite, and we're getting another Legends figure on the way, and then you got the LJN is arguably he's the most the coolest, most toyetic LJN, and LJN's an iconic. I saw a lot of people, even not even hardcore wrestling fans, music people and pop culture people, G.I. Joe people showing off this LJN. I'm jealous. Hopefully they'll come out with the Coliseum collection version, right, Ryan? So that's got to be on the list now. It's got to be pushed forward. But yeah, man, this guy is Howard Stern, all the tweets with Hogan, and then just to kind of tie it in, right, with G.I. Joe as Sergeant Slaughter's arch nemesis. We almost should have gotten a Cobra G.I. Joe figure of Iron Sheik. Some business cool with Cobra Commander. That would have been pretty great. Because you know how iconic the Sarge is. So it'd be nice to hear what Sarge's thoughts are. Maybe we'll hear them at Joe Fest, because obviously they're intertwined. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this guy does somewhat tie into G.I. Joe. There was a great shot from Matthew Belrose. Am I saying that right? Matt Belrose, who I don't know.
He's in the chat right now. That's Toy Art Unlimited. I'm pretty sure that's Matt.
Okay, awesome. We had an awesome shot. It's okay. Maybe someone can find it. But yeah, anyway, it was a Sarge, and we had the Sheik, I think, in one of the Vala figures, kind of a Sheik head sculpt. It was awesome. They both had some rifles and they were shooting. It was really cool to have him there. But yeah, his legacy will live on. And the A&E documentary surprised me, because you really wouldn't think that he was such a hateable heel that he became the most lovable heel. You know what I mean? He was definitely got so much heat. Because whenever it's back in the 80s, if you say anti-USA, you were getting booed out of the building. But after a while, you're like, we love this guy, and we hate him so much that we love him. You know what I mean? It was kind of like a Skeletor type deal, Darth Vader type deal, where such a heel, but it's so cool that he's part of your fandom as well. You know what I mean? So R.I.P. to the Sheik. Sheiky, baby.
All right, moving on.
I'll move back, I guess.
Let's see what we got next. We've got. Oh, no. Chav, you sent me this, buddy?
Yeah, man. So Patrick, not Picard Stewart, is going to be at. He's what's his? Help me out here, Ryan. I'm lost with the shows. He's authority.
Articulated Points.
Articulated Points with Phil. So anyway, he's going to be at Joe Fest. He does a panel at Joe Fest. So hung out with Chris. We talk here and there. He asked me to be on the show, you know what I mean? So, or invited me or whatever. So it's going to be fun. Just kicking it, talking about all the G.I. Joe news of the week. Probably he invited me on because there's a John Cena segment on there. That's my guess. Yeah, exactly. So you will see Moody on Saturday, real early, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time. But full force, Full Force Weekly. Going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Chris. He popped in the chat on our last show. So looking forward to chopping it up with him about Joes and wrestling and the Dragonfly, of course, right? And hopefully maybe the next tier too. It'll be fun. So looking forward to that Saturday morning on the Full Force with Chris.
Awesome. All right, well, guys, you know what? Let's see here. Let's go back to this one. Boom. I mean, the Dragonfly is amazing. I can't wait to hear what more people have to say. I can't wait to see what else we get from the HasLab. But I mean, look, this has been. Before I close out, does anyone have anything else to say? Anything else? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Frickin' Grand Slam. I don't even care what the other two unlocked tiers are. And I saw that gray model. I'm like, I'm in. 275. I'm like, oh, damn right, I'm in. It's just the HasLab team, the Joe team did an amazing job. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, I was able to get 2 because of that price. I was like, you know what? And I was like, that's tenable. That's attainable. Let's go ahead and double up. And I had to refocus my collection to be like, okay, I won't need this or that or that or this. So the price point was perfect.
In the past 2 hours, it's gone up. What? 100.
100, yeah.
Over, yeah, 100.
Because of this show, because of Bobby guiding us through the air, the helipads and everything. Hey, look, this thing is worth 275 without Wild Bill, without the tiers, right? But you got Wild Bill, it's gonna be perfect. It's a great deal. I know money's not. It's inflation time. Hey, who thought this was going to be under 300? Nobody.
I mean,
ain't nobody.
Oh, there's still people shitting on it, and I can't understand why. But they're idiots.
Yeah. After the fact, I get it. Not everyone can swing.
Yeah, look, if you're being negative about this at this point, go fuck yourself.
That's just retarded, man. You're just trying to everything. You got to shit on everything cool, right? That's going to be a no brand. They're going to keep doing that no matter what. So,
I can say that because hey, it's the end of the show. If you're sticking around, thank you. Secondly, no one who's going to be watching our show is going to be negative. I mean, here's the thing. Like, let's be real here. Other than when y'all jumped to me for not knowing who a fucking character was. For the most part,
I got your back on that.
We got.
For the most part, this show is actually pretty damn positive, and like we don't really want any negative shit around here. We don't.
Right.
I mean, how awesome is this rock and roll?
Yeah.
You guys got this yet?
I don't know. I don't know where mine is. Mine hasn't come in the mail yet. Hold on, Travis. I'm putting you solo. That's dope. That's just dope. I can't wait for mine.
That is dope.
I mean,
I gotta show this off. Just to be like, this is
love
is real.
Yeah.
I had to get this because it's the concept art Storm Shadow, and more on that later on Black Angus IG and elsewhere. But the love is real here. Dope. Like I don't know how many G.I. Joe collections now. I think that's my 8th G.I. Joe collection.
My rock and roll hasn't come in yet. I'm really annoyed.
Well, Travis just took a tour around the damn world before he got it.
Right? It's just one of those things.
Illinois. Hey, I'm just glad to have it. It's the best classified figure we got so far.
That's right.
I don't have Shipwreck Torpedo. I don't have the rest though. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Yeah. You think he's even better than Serpentor, Trav?
What?
Serpentor didn't come out this year.
Well, for some people,
that.
Well, some people were late because that was a 2022 figure. Yeah, I don't know. It's better than Serpentor, no, but that's last year. That's old news.
Real
To
quick.
me, he is. To me, he is. Damn, Serpentor.
Hey, KJ, real quick, can you tell Pure where you got your figures from?
I got the Haya toys from Cool Toys Club. I think they're sold out now on Cool Toys Club.
Cool Toys Club.
Toys Club, but they're sold out. So just keep looking and keep trying. There's Gun Damn It. There's a Show Z store. I don't think they're carrying these either, but just keep looking around. You'll find them. They're gonna come back because Haya, they'll love the dough, and these are great. Once again, stay tuned on Black Genghis. You're gonna see these bad boys.
Yeah,
they're dope.
Are you gonna pop them open, KJ? Or are you gonna add them to your?
I'm gonna do what you did with the superpowers, where you sort of.
That's right. That's right.
At the bottom, and then slide them out, and so I can still put them up on the wall with my reactions and my retro collections.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I need to do that with my Star Wars.
Yeah.
Are we on the Super 7 Ultimates? Look, I'm not on the Super 7. Well, okay, I have the bat. I have the San Diego bat. I have that, but my Ultimates are reserved for my Turtles. And coming soon, maybe my Animaniacs. I don't know yet.
Well, this is still a toy kind of mood, so I just got notification that my that Street Fighter figs are shipping from where I can't remember where I got them from.
The Jitatoys?
Huh?
The Jitatoys Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on their way. I'm like, oh, or they're getting ready to. I'm like, ooh.
Now,
probably BBTS, maybe.
I think.
Tony,
I'll look. I can't remember.
But I don't see an email yet. Oh, you're lucky. Because I'm still waiting on Fei Long, and I think Chun-Li doesn't come out yet for a while. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, technically, Tony, you are also correct in that G.I. Joe did make Street Fighter figures.
Right.
So, I mean,
that's the tie-in.
You're keeping it in with G.I. Joe.
Yeah, good point.
I do remember they had I just remember the Blanca, the Balrock, and I think the Ryu were all G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
I think. I remember Blanca.
I just figured it's a toy kind of movie. We talk about all toys.
Yeah.
The Super 7 store at Comic-Con was so dope. That's where I got this shirt. You know, a lot of you guys bought shirts there, the His shirt and everything.
I got the His shirt. I got the His shirt. I should have got that shirt you got, Travis.
I think if it was they have that bomber jacket this year, I might be tempted to get it. Last year I could not swing that, but let's show that figure again. That figure's dope.
I love this figure. I like, you're right. The others are meh, but like I just love the fact that this towers over the other figures, so it actually looks like it's like almost like a master mold of the bats, right? Like it's like that figure that is just over everyone else. I love that.
Do we cover G.I. Joe games? What games? Operation Blackout? No, I reviewed that game. I gave it 3 out of 5. But I think you mean role play games. I don't.
The old school arcade games.
Yeah. I wish they redid
also
that
NES
for
game?
Switch.
Yeah, I have those, dude.
David, you're going to Joe Fest, right? David Allen. So when you go, look for the arcade. They said there's going to be a game room, which I'm pretty sure is going to be game boards and stuff. But look for the arcade and play it, and let us know. Let us know on the show.
That email was from Big Bad Toy Store. They're saying they're getting ready to sip or process, I guess. Yeah.
That means it'll take 15 days for me to get mine. I think I'll wait.
So one other thing, just a reminder for folks going to Joe Fest that Sarge will be there, of course, Larry Hama, but also Adam Riches will be there. So if you want to get your classified Sarge box signed, go check him out. He also has a number of different card backs that he did for the G.I. Joe collector clubs and then some comic exclusives too. So just go over and say hi to Adam. Skeletron will be there as well too. I think Corey will be there with them.
Texas,
at Joe Fest as well. So definitely go say hi to those guys too.
I want Carson's book so bad, dude.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for that thing.
Same, dude. Oh my god,
man, that is the ultimate Joe thing I'll ever have.
Yeah, shout out to Call Sign Longbow, Operation Recall, Dan Klingensmith, our friends Ken Poe, Zazel, Chad. A lot of folks are going there.
Punk was in here.
David Allen, David Warren Hernandez. We might grab some of these folks and have a recap show of Joe Fest. Well, we will. So let's, that'll be fun. Maybe in a week or two.
Oh yeah, Hernandez is over there. Yes, right.
Yeah. Grab some of the folk that are going. One year we got to do something. Maybe assembly required or something. We got to all go represent.
We'll make a grid. We'll make a gridiron fest. Grid fest.
grid fest.
Con.
Grid
No,
con.
what we'll do is when the HasLab Terradrome comes out, we'll all chip in, and then we'll keep it at somebody's house, and then we'll just go visit the Terradrome every year. Have a big old play day.
Do a live stream, a Terradrome live stream.
Just us playing with toys and the Terradrome. That would be awesome.
Dave Fresh cheese bags. Shout out to Chris.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So we'll see Chris Saturday morning, but then we'll see some of you guys Saturday afternoon/night, right? So that's a great way to say bye.
All right. So for Toy Kind of Mood, I am Bobby. That's Travis, Dreadnok Ryan, aka Black Angus, and Tony Figs. This has been 124 Operation Dragonfly. We will see you in the
Joe Kind of June.
Peace.
Joe Kind of June, baby.